Welcome back to DVC Weekly. This is episode 126. My name is Jason Erpelding. I'm the broker of Buy and Sell DVC. I'm here with Scott Ferrioli.
I'm the owner of DVC-Rental.com and BuyandSellDVC.com.
And today is July 5th, 2023. Hopefully everyone has hopefully there was no accidents on July 4th.
Yeah.
And so 11 months from today is June 5th, 2024. 7 months is February 5th, 2024. As always, BuyandSellDVC.com and DVC-Rental.com. Today we're going to start on the buy and sell side of things. And I'm going to, pull back the curtain a little bit on DVC. I don't think I'm pulling back the curtain here a little too much, but like you mentioned last time, the 5 mistakes that people do. One of the things was you mentioned that they don't know that they can rent out their points. Well, I see, basically there's owners out there there's some owners that own thousands of DVC points and they rent out a majority of their points. So you will see people and the same names consistently renting out reservations that they have. And, you see, sometimes you get comments where these people will say, why isn't Disney stopping this? Or why are they allowed to do this? I mean, really the reality of it is that Disney is they have a product, they're trying to get that product into people's hands, and really what they do with it once it's in their hands, Disney, I want to say, doesn't really care what they do with it. And plus, if they rent out their points, it's like free advertising for Disney. I mean, Absolutely. Disney, I'm not saying Disney is going out of their way to encourage people to rent out their points, but if they have a better chance of, more people getting exposed to DVC through members renting out their points. So now,
over the years, I can't tell you how many people we've rented out points to who later on became DVC members just because of the experience.
Now, I will tell you, so the last time I mentioned about, the banking rules used to be different. Scott doesn't recall that, so I'm going to mention something else to see if Scott recalls.
It's all lies, I think.
Do you remember when Disney went through that phase where they sent out a letter like saying, you can't rent out more than 20 reservations per year. And they kind of made if you want to say, big deal about renting out your points, but it lasted for like 6 minutes.
Yes.
Okay, you do remember that.
We had one DVC member once, I think he had rented out some stuff on his own as well. And he had gotten a letter, essentially said like, you went over the allotted amount, like don't do it again. But I've never heard of anybody, I haven't heard anybody in the last 6 years or so receiving any such letter. And I see people on Facebook all the time who literally probably rent out their points 50, 80 times a year. And they do it consistently every year. And in Disney, and we had the largest DVC member out there, rented his points with us, and they never got dinged or anything.
Yeah, so I just want to touch on that real quick. It was like, members renting out their points, Disney never said anything. Then they said something for like 1 minute, and then it went back to not saying anything. So, I haven't heard anything about it.
They threw one pitch high and inside just to try to back the batter off a little bit, and then went right back to business as usual.
Exactly.
7 years ago, they threw inside on you.
And then I also want to, this is, I can only speak on this as, I have no idea if this still goes on today, but, these DVC guides, they have certain numbers that they have to hit, right? And if they don't hit their numbers, then, stuff can happen and so on and so forth. So when DVC guides were in danger of hitting their numbers, they would buy more points themselves at the end of the month to make sure they satisfy their numbers. So now they buy their points, and of course they're buying them with a Disney discount, right? So then they buy their points and then they would sell them, through a resale company. So now they're making, they're buying points to say, quote unquote, save their job. Then they would sell the points and then they would make money on it. right? Because they're buying it at a discount. So that one, and of course, Disney knows that they're buying the property because, I mean,
They
they're,
have to approve everything.
yeah, they're right there. They're like, hey, I want to buy some points. I mean, it's like, right, like Disney knows exactly what's going on. And when they're selling it, Disney knows exactly what's going on because Disney has right of first refusal, so they see the names. So then you had people so then it got to the point where some people were like, well, I'm just going to buy points because I can buy points at a discount. I can sell them. I can make money. Like people realized they could do that.
Arbitrage.
Right? So then they started doing that. Now, Disney, as far as I know, did not say, hey, stop doing this. People were doing this. So now, then it came to the fact where so then somebody unfortunately got terminated for this. This was a person that I think would have worked for Disney forever, loved Disney, everything about Disney. It was not
Jason.
This person then ended up moving to a different state. I don't think they have anything to do with Disney. No. Let's not, I don't want to disclose the state because then people might figure out who it is. So, so then you went to a phase where, so now let's say I have someone call me up that is a Disney employee and they say, hey, I need to sell my property. You went through a phase where they had to get approval from Disney to sell their property. They had to I'm like, hey, listen, I just want to let you know. I mean, I'm sure you know because I know, and you work for Disney, but they did terminate someone. So now they're a little bit more cautious of this. And they're like, oh yeah, I'm well aware. I got to sign this form. I sell my property. So then when sorry, I'm just giving you some information. So again, about the renting out points, there was nothing. Then there was a letter. Then it went back to nothing. So this is the same thing with this. It was like this. Then they terminated someone. There was a letter that lasted. Now this one lasted, I would say, for 16 months, and then you never hear about it ever again. So what else did I put on here? This is in regards to people renting out their points. Like, so the Disneyland hotel just went up for sale, right? People bought, points are loaded. Like 6 minutes after the points are loaded.
People were listed points to sell online.
People were listed.
And asking astronomical amounts too.
Well, the demand was there. So, I mean, you want to talk about people saying, are people allowed to rent out their points? I mean, these people were renting out their points 6 minutes after the points were loaded. So, it happens. Like if you're not aware of it, and then some people, I had this was an interested buyer. They say, what are all these reservations I'm seeing? I'm seeing this reservation here for 2 nights for rent. I'm seeing this reservation for 3 nights, for 4 nights, for 1 night. So like, what? I'm like, why is it only 1 night? I'm like, I just said, listen, these are experienced renters. They've grabbed the reservation for 1 or 2 or 3 nights that they know that they can rent out. And they're not going to have any issue renting it out. So I don't know. That's just peeling back the curtain a little bit. Like renting points, you can rent out points. It's never going to stop. It's a benefit to Disney. You can rent out your points. If you're, I don't think if you're a DVC employee, I don't think you're watching this video, but I'm sure you're aware.
You're watching. You're always watching.
If you buy, you can sell. That doesn't seem to be an issue anymore. And again, the new Disneyland hotel, people are renting out their points right away. It's not a problem. And it's a high demand. So just peeling back the curtain a little bit, it's just,
thanks for letting us.
That's just the way it is, So, and now we're on to the food review of the week. I don't know why I keep going like this, but I do. Food review of the week.
Come here, I'm gonna eat you! Get in my belly!
So for today's food review, I'm still at the Flower and Garden Festival, and I am back at I didn't know how to pronounce it last time, I still don't know how to, Bären Market in Germany, and I apologize for butchering it. Last time I had that pretty bad ham and cheese hard pretzel thing. That one felt like it was literally sitting on under a heat lamp for 3 hours. This time I tried the potato pancake with the house-made applesauce for $5. Now, the potato, the overcooked ham, I have on here, the overcooked ham and pretzel thing was a wonderful over this monstrosity. The potato was really soft. It should have been probably like crispy and flavorful. There was barely any taste to it. And we end up, for the first time ever, we threw away most of the snack. I gave it a 2.9, and I definitely would not get this thing again. It just was a complete mess.
All right, we got to move on then to the DVC rental side of things.
Yeah, that was not good.
I guess we got to have a quiz here I better work on here.
And for a little bit of fun today, I have some questions with Jason. Now, Jason got this list right before we started recording, so he really has not even seen this, and he has not made it to the second page of things. So this is some better ways. We're going to learn some more about Jason today. So Jason, one Disney character can visit your holiday party. Who are you choosing?
We're going with Mickey Mouse. I have to.
Okay.
He's going to put a smile on everybody's face all the
Mickey
time.
Mouse. That's a good choice. Kind of a generic choice. Didn't really go outside the box at all, but we'll let that softball fly.
You got to pick Mickey every time.
It's not a bad choice. You can have a lifetime pass to one Walt Disney World park. Which one are you choosing?
I got it with Magic Kingdom
Okay.
every time. You know, you got
there a
kids.
reason?
I mean, listen, lifetime pass. I mean, you're going to get, let's say you get, and you just, I mean, you have to go with, it's Magic Kingdom. I mean,
Yeah,
it just has everything. It's a huge park. You can't do everything
It's
in
got
one
the most
day.
rides.
know?
I may lean to Epcot just because I hate parking at Magic Kingdom, and Epcot has a lot of restaurants and the different countries. So Epcot could be mine.
Plus,
but
you take your, I mean, eventually,
Magic Kingdom's
if
not
I
bad.
had grandkids or people, I mean, just when they walk, they see a different parade.
I think
they
it's
see
got-
their faces. It's,
Yeah.
you know,
It's,
you can get
it's-
somebody's first haircut there.
yep.
You can just sit and watch people visiting, and it'll put a smile on your face.
I asked this one, but I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this one. Are you more of a water slide guy or a poolside guy?
Oh man, I don't think because usually people ask, are you a beach person or are you a pool person? Water slide. So this is,
I figured at Vero Beach, you're the guy who's going down that slide. Maybe
but I'm not going down the slide constantly though.
Mm.
So I don't really know how to answer it because I'm definitely going down the water slide, but it's not,
most of the time you stay at the pool.
repeated.
Okay, but you're a water slide guy. You will go on it with the kids.
Well, I would say I'm not.
Do you go on it with the kids or do you go on it by yourself?
I mean, we're taking turns, I guess.
Okay, but they're going up there with you as well. It's not like your kids are sitting at the table with your wife and you're going on the water slide by
Right.
yourself. Okay.
So, and plus you say pool side. This should say water slide, pool side, and also in the pool.
Don't blame the questions, Jason.
In the pool.
Don't blame the questions.
I would say I'm all three. Water slide, pool side, and in the pool.
Sure. Cheat on the question. That's nice. So, what's your favorite, dinner or dessert?
Oh, it's got to be dessert.
Really?
Yeah.
I think we've had this discussion before.
It's got to be dessert,
Jason,
something
are you
chocolate.
sure about that? Because you're like the
Wait.
healthiest guy I know.
No, I will tell you this. I go
Super
through,
healthy guy.
I don't know why you think that. I go through 6 pounds of Nutella, like, constantly. So,
You do like Nutella, that's right.
it's got to be dessert. Like,
The first
There's
several
no
times you
dessert.
ever came to my house, you brought just chicken. Go ahead.
and black beans and
Chicken
rice. I
and
think.
black beans. No rice, just chicken and black beans. Just all protein. Like he's just like he's a work. Do you work out every day? 5 days a week?
I mean, you have to do some type of workout every day, right? Push-ups, pull-ups, something.
Off camera, Ty just went, nope.
You gotta
And-
pick,
Okay.
you gotta have dessert. I mean, do you have dessert every day or no?
No. You do?
Like, I mean,
It's just not fair.
like let's say, like,
I'm all kind of
let's say
chunky and
peanut
everything.
M&Ms that you have.
Those are my kids.
You don't eat those every day? Like,
No.
just like, let's say you ate lunch and you're like, okay, I gotta end it with 6 peanut M&Ms.
No.
No?
No. See, it's not fair. I also don't eat breakfast.
So wait, you don't have dessert? Like, let's say, like you don't have dessert every day?
Sometimes at night I'll have dessert, but I'm trying to be good. I'll have low-fat ice cream or I'll have like cheese puffs. Like they have like corn puffs, so they're better for you than like eating like cheese doodles.
I think I have to have some type of chocolate.
I hate you.
Like because the peanut M&Ms, I would have said that he has those in the house. That's why you have to have, like, let's say you have peanut M&Ms at the end of lunch or the end of dinner.
I would love to have peanut M&Ms at the end of lunch and dinner, my friend. However, I'm not 2% body fat.
I'm not either.
It's like 3%. My apologies.
That's dessert.
Dessert.
You have to have dessert every day, though. You should be having dessert for lunch and dinner.
Maybe that's why I'm not as ripped, is that I'm not eating dessert multiple times a day.
You have, but I'm not talking like. I mean, this like, could you eat like it's like 6 peanut M&Ms? Could you eat just 6 or no?
Yeah.
Oh, then you should be doing that. Anyway,
I should be eating them. Okay.
dessert.
Can you eat?
I can stop.
Favorite month to visit?
Yes, favorite month to visit Walt Disney World.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
You know, if you've got a small range, that will be acceptable as well. Whenever the desserts are out.
I think it's March, right before the time change.
That's pretty specific. How do I limit it down? March, right before the time. Okay. Why?
Because it's just like
March, right before the time change.
it's like springing you into those. Well, like in Florida, we don't really have spring. We just go summer, light summer, more summer. But it's just like springs you into the longer days. I don't know. I like it, especially if you could go. Especially if you picked right before the time change, then you're going. Generally, like that first week in March is before the huge rush of all the spring breakers across the country.
Okay.
So it's not like if you were able to go, say, March 1st to March 10th, it's going to be pretty good weather. It's not going to be hot, ridiculously hot, and you're not going to have all the spring breakers here.
Okay.
I got a little specific there. I picked not even a month. I picked the 10-day range.
I tried to give you a little leeway and say, this will be exact month.
March
You got a
1st
little
to
range, and you gave us the exact dates. That's impressive. What is your favorite snack at Walt Disney World?
Favorite snack? Do they still have the? Why I can't even think of the name of it now. Oh, do they still have the funnel cakes at Epcot?
Yeah.
Funnel cake at Epcot.
Funnel cakes, that's your thing?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I mean, that's what top of mind I'm thinking.
Yep.
Because I will tell you, I thought, that, where's it at? They sell a churro with Nutella, but it's not really a churro. It's just a churro, and then they give you a cup of Nutella. Yeah. It's not. Don't ever get that. So I would have
It's
to.
not even Nutella. I think normally they just give you like a chocolate sauce.
But I think it's
Disney
Nutella.
Springs, yeah.
But I would have to go to funnel cake.
Okay.
And now I want a funnel cake.
Favorite DVC?
More dessert.
Favorite? I know you're in the desserts now. Favorite DVC resort?
Oh my gosh.
I know it's tough. So I know how much you've been loving Vera recently.
I'm going with Vera. That's my answer.
All right. If you, I'm scared to ask this because I'm pretty sure I know the
It's
answer.
not Barnstormer.
No?
No.
Yes. If you get first in line for any Walt Disney World attraction for the rest of your life, what are you choosing? It's not Barnstormer, which Jason, for the record, if you're just joining us, Jason loves Barnstormer. It's his favorite roller coaster on property. But there's normally not a huge line for it.
Right, exactly. You don't want to use that.
Being smart, he's not wasting it on Barnstormer.
I'm actually do the same as you, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Okay.
Because that line's always way too long.
Okay. Good choice. What attraction will you most likely never go on again?
Space Mountain.
Okay. You said it was too jostling last
Too
time.
jostling, and I get sick.
Okay. Well, that I wouldn't want that. I think we've done this previously. I chose teacups, which is same thing. I'd get sick spitting on teacups. Not my thing. Last one. Best tip you want to give someone visiting Walt Disney World for the first time. Now, again, Jason really has not seen these until probably just about 30 seconds ago when he probably read ahead to see what the next one was. So he's on the spot here. What's the best tip you can give to somebody visiting Walt Disney World for the first time?
So I guess and again, you don't know everybody's situation. Like, are they saying it's their first time and only time? But my thing would be,
We'll say it's their first time. They may go back, but it's their first time ever. They don't know. They haven't done that much research about it. What's the best tip?
is try not to plan every minute of your day, because you got to be relaxed. Otherwise,
It's tough because you got to plan too. It does require planning.
And then also, this is the best.
I agree with you. I'm not shooting you down in any way.
Plus, if like I only have a family of 4. I don't know how these people do it. When you get up 5, 6, 7, 8, I'm like, what? I'm like, I would, like, how do you you start the park and leave the park with all your people? Like, that's a tough, That's
the way. That's Jason's tip. Make sure you leave with everybody you showed up with.
So,
try not to overplan too much.
Yeah, you just don't want to overplan because,
I've seen people plan, what's it called? Bathroom breaks. Where they say, I'm going to do this ride and then this ride, then we're going to go here. I'm going to have this churro with Nutella. Like they pick every snack they're going to have, and then they'll designate a 10-minute bathroom break before they go on to the next thing. So,
because I was here and I did like say 2 days with my cousins who, they have 3 kids. We're much older now, but their 3 kids are, 5 years apart. So like, when the oldest was 10, the next was 5, the next was, 0 or whatever, 1. So, they came and I don't remember them. I just remember going to, Hollywood Studios, and they didn't have it all planned out minute by minute. They just kind of like, so, okay, let's go here, let's go here, let's go here. And then I was on another trip. I met my other cousins here who their kids are like 4 years apart. I've never been, because I see on the different Facebook groups where these people, they'll come back and they have the whole thing.
Spreadsheet.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't even know. I'm assuming it's real life. I'm like, is this real life? Because I'm like, how is this possible? Like, this person.
I know a lot of people who do that. Because
my kids, especially that when they were younger, they didn't last very long.
Yeah.
So it's like, my oldest son, who's 13 now, but when he was like 3, I guess that's every kid, but he's like, he was just like, he doesn't last long. He's just, I'm out, and I either need a nap or I'm gonna show the entire Magic Kingdom the greatest temper tantrum of all time. So and I would say, like, because people talk about the 4 different parks, like, to me, if you have kids under 10, just Magic Kingdom. Like, just that needs to be your focus, Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom. Because you're going to realize that this isn't Adventureland in Des Moines, Iowa, where you can wrap this whole place up in, a few hours. This is going to take a while. I don't know. What tip did you have?
I think I mentioned this also, was it last episode or the one before, that essentially go in the morning when it's a little less crowded, a little less hot, midday, especially when you've got little kids and you're worried that they could be getting a temper tantrum. Go back to the hotel, relax, stay cool, have lunch back at the hotel, take a nap, take a swim, whatever it is to get some downtime, and then go back at night when it's a little bit cooler, a little less crowded. And it's a completely different experience, because a lot of times you'll be in the park and if you're there at night, you'll know what kids have been there the whole day. They're passed out in their strollers or they are screaming, and it's not their fault. They've been overstimulated for, 12 hours. They needed a break. So I just take your time, spread it out. And I really did like going back, especially if you've got a hopper pass or an annual pass now. I love going to one park in the morning, go back, relax, and then do another park in the evening, because they're just, I like to split up. I like doing the same park over and over if possible. I'd rather split them up a little bit because it makes it feel like it's almost like different vacations, You do an Animal Kingdom in the morning and then you end up at Magic Kingdom at night. And in between there, you ate at the hotel and you took a nap and the kids hung out in the pool and then they passed out for a little bit. It breaks it up and it's like just different experiences. So I like splitting it up if possible. And again, kids especially and adults, the downtime in the middle of the day is very important.
And I mean,
I can say how many times I've taken a nap in the middle of the day when I used to go to the parks. I'm like, I'm napping for, an hour and a half in the middle of the day, and then we'll hit Epcot at night, and I'll feel refreshed, and it'll be wonderful.
I mean, when you think about Orlando and you have, Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, Gatorland, fun spots,
Hey, fun spot.
beaches near the coast,
I've heard of those.
Cape Canaveral. I mean, if you lined up 1,000 people that come to her, I mean, every experience is completely different.
Yeah.
It's so, and then really that's why, I just saw a clip the other day where it said, I would have thought, most visited place in 2022 or most visited city, I would have thought like New York was number one all the time. It was, this was Orlando's number one, So just endless possibilities when you come here. Endless.
Absolutely.
Endless. Hey, come back. You might see some new faces in the future. I don't know.
Endless possibilities of faces.
We got vacation specials maybe coming. Maybe.
There's possibly going to be some guest appearances coming up. Jason is pushing the guest appearances. The guest appearers are not 100% on board, but we're pulling them in and trying to lure them to possibly appear in some upcoming videos.
I think you just said appearance quite a few times there.
Appearance. And right now we're going to do our disappearance act. So
See you next week.
have a wonderful day.